I'm Jeff Oliverio, and let's queer up the USA view. Kennedy Center falters under Trump's anti-LGBTQ plus grip. Once a crown jewel of American culture, Washington, D.C.'s John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts is now facing a stunning collapse in attendance and reputation, and many blame President Donald Trump's takeover. Since Trump appointed himself chair in February and tapped former Ambassador Richard Grenell, a gay MAGA loyalist, to lead operations, ticket sales have plummeted. According to the Washington Post, between September 3rd and October 19th, 43% of seats went unsold, compared to only 7% last year. Trump's decision to cancel drag shows and cut World Pride programming has drawn outrage from artists and queer advocates. Former President Michael Kaiser warned that weak ticket sales threaten future donations. Meanwhile, Trump boasts online that it's now the Kennedy Center. For now, the once bustling cultural hub stands half empty, a stark symbol of politics eclipsing the arts. This is a tragedy. I'm sure that John F. Kennedy is rolling over in his literal grave by Trump inserting his name into the Kennedy Center. But I know friends that are in Washington, D.C., certainly during what happened for World Pride. I mean, fortunately, they were able to find venues to move some of the events. But, again, I have many friends in Washington, D.C. that, of course, it would be like the Adrian Arch Center or something here, like completely, being decimated for programming. It is a cultural icon in that community to have this venue that, has hosted, every amazing talent, for years and years and years, and to now be, going half empty.
Yeah. And so many of, I believe it was the Hamilton tour, made the decision to skip it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a fundraiser per se, but that was a tour that would have brought a lot of revenue to the Kennedy Center. And there was another, was it Les Mis, the production of Les Miserables, where I think 11 of the leads opted to not perform in the production on the performance that the president was supposed to attend.
Right? Yeah.
And I have a friend of mine who's one of the producers on that tour, and I had reached out to him not realizing the timing of it, and he said, I can't talk right now, there's a lot going on. But I mean, but then on the other hand, there have been some comedians who have opted to keep their dates and speak their truth to power. So, it's a hard, it's a choice, whether you want to say, I'm going to go and perform there and perform my set and speak my mind, which is probably contrary to the people in power.
Yeah.
Or do I skip it and make that my stance?
Sure. Well, this is spilling over into states as well with, LGBTQ funding, because Trump has had such a negative impact on that on a national scale. DeSantis is, he's cut funding to LGBT vacation sites. He's scrubbed the LGBTQ anything off of all, like Visit Florida, Visit Lauderdale. So this is becoming a real big problem. We had to cancel our street fair this year for Florida Leather Week because of funding cuts and, grants not being granted and such. So this is really becoming a problem. It's time for us to stand up and fix this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other people that are victims of this, of course, are I'm sure all the businesses that surround the Kennedy Center, restaurants, and they're losing business for people that frequent these shows or have many people have memberships and go to all of the shows and are usually spending a lot of money on those shows. So hopefully we'll see some change in a few years.
Maybe even today with some of these elections.
Yeah, we shall see.
Fingers crossed.
There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.